Welcome back to Sway TV. I'm your host JJ here on Amazon Live, and I'm so excited!
We're gonna have some fun on the street.
And we love Amazon Live, and we're so excited to be part of Sway TV.
Get curious! Get curious!
Look what my little mama gets to ride.
What do we do here on Sway TV? We shop.
Yo, suit up! Inhale. I literally just inhaled a fly.
The most hilarious thing that has ever happened to me on live Amazon television.
Would you like to be Sway TV host?
Yes! Here we go. So many giveaways here at Sway TV. I'm ready to battle shop live! Yeah! This is fun! And one person's gonna win a PS5. Which one will it be?
Everyone is holding their breath.
I have our winner.
I'm so excited, I can't even stand it.
I cannot make this up.
We are awarding you with the PS5 as well.
6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Talk to all your friends and your family. Let them know about Sway TV.
Thank you for being part of our community here at Sway.
Sway TV is here to stay. Thank you, Amazon.
Thank you, Sway TV.
Shop attainment all the time.
We in the house, we having fun, we doing the thing, we swaying.
Here we go for you!
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's go, let's sway, stay tuned! Woo!
Did I? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sway TV. I am your host, Kimmy Seltzer, bringing you live each week my show, Kimmy's Love Hub. And if you're new to the show, this is a show all about dating, relating, love, and most of all, that is love for you, because when you love you, that's when other people do too. So let's get to it. I'm super excited about the topic today. And I actually was inspired by the Oscars, and I'll explain to you in a bit why. But first, let me see who is here. Say hello. Hey, Sharon. Sharon is always here. Sharon, I love you, and thanks for always being on. And Sarah too. Hi, Sarah. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. And for those of you who are new to the show and you've never been on before, this is a super interactive show. And the more interactive we get, the more fun we have, and the more I can possibly help you. I like to have people call in, ask your questions, anything that has to do with style, confidence, love, relationships, you name it. I am here for you. And we actually will be able to take your call. If you have a live dating question, style question, anything you have, all you gotta do is click the follow button. And when you click the follow button, that will allow you to chat with me and alert me, say, hey, Kimmy, I have a dating question. I have a style question. I have a confidence question, whatever it is. And I think the topic today will inspire a lot of you to start reflecting on your life. So I'm super excited to get started with you. Hello. Oh, we got a lot of people here today. And so for those of you who don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am a dating strategist, a confidence therapist, and an image consultant. Yeah, that's a lot of words. Basically what that means is that I like to take a holistic approach in helping you all look and feel your best so that you attract more love in your life. And again, that always starts with you. I am not, and you'll know this by now if you know me, I'm not this woo-woo girl, but I have to say it really does work. I just got off a call with a client right before I came here. And she said, oh my gosh, Kimmy, like I can't believe all this magic that's happening to me. I'm so happy. Like, and because she's so happy, and it has nothing to do with men, it has nothing to do with other people in her life. It's really starting within herself. Because she loves herself, that's when all of this magic started occurring in her life. Now men are coming out of the woodworks and wanting to chat with her. Now she's looking in the mirror and saying, I'm hot, I'm sexy, because she has gotten a handle on her new image and her new style, and she has a sexy air about her. I call it the charisma glow. Why do I call it that? I call it the charisma glow. First of all, I love the word charisma. It's the name of my podcast. So if you all are podcast listeners, you definitely want to check that out. It's called the Charisma Quotient. And you know, here's the thing about charisma. It's something that you learn. It's not something that you're born with. It's something that you acquire over time. And because it's something that you learn and know that you can learn it, guess what? That means I can teach it. And I have taught charisma with people from 18 all the way up to 85. It doesn't matter how old you are. When you are more charismatic, there's a magnetism that just draws people to you, right? And that charisma glow that you have becomes highly attractive to others. So that's what I want to talk to all of you about today. I want to talk about getting a little more bold and helping you step out. So I have a question to start you out with. Are you hiding? Are you hiding? Now, I'll be honest, I think we've all been hiding, you know, right? In the past year, we've been hiding in so many ways, right? In our clothes, in our mindset, behind the camera, doing Zoom calls. And, you know, whether it's been the pandemic that has caused you to hide, or maybe you've always been the kind of person that has felt invisible because maybe you've shut down your voice. Maybe you have a hard time being seen, right? What are some ways that you are hiding? And I'll be honest, it's super easy to remain invisible if that's you. What do I mean by that? I mean that it's a lot easier going to the grocery store and, you know, kind of avoiding eye contact, right? Even though we have our masks on, I always tell people, it doesn't mean you avoid eyes, right? Because when you connect with your eyes, when you connect with your body, that's when you have more opportunity to meet and attract love in your life. And I really mean that. I see this time and time again. And I know this to be true because this is part of my own journey. So I tell my story a lot. My clients know the story and they've heard it a million times, but I want to say it in a different way because it relates to the topic of really not hiding any longer, and what are some ways that you are hiding, and how can you step out and be bold? That's why I was inspired by the Oscars, because I don't know how many of you saw the Oscars, say that you watched it, but I was like amazed at how many bold colors there were, and the glitz and the glam and the sequins and the gold, and later you're going to want to definitely like hang on to watching this. I'm going to show how you can replicate some of those bold looks right here on Amazon with some of these amazing products and clothes that are sold right here. That's why I love this platform. I love Sway TV, who has been putting out these shows that have inspired and made everybody's life better. And you can do that by taking action and buying something bold, right? If you're used to wearing black, if you're used to hiding in maybe, you know, just different ways of how you even wear things, what if you just bought one thing after the show today that inspired you to come out a little bit? You know, create some color into your life. So obviously on purpose, I wore red. You know, red is definitely a bold color, as you can see. And actually red is highly attractive to the eye. It's attractive to the opposite sex. It's attractive in, you know, like when you see things online that are red, we are attracted to color. So if that's super uncomfortable for you, like think about that. It's like, oh my gosh, well, what if I do attract somebody? Then what? What if somebody does take a look at me in the grocery store? Then what do I do? And trust me, I've been there, done that. And so my story is, and we'll get into just how it shows up in your all lives, is that, you know, I came from a really dark place. I came from this traditional life, and I moved across from Chicago here to LA. And when I landed, my life completely went upside down, and I called it my dark period. And I call it the dark period because my clothes reflected how I felt. You know, my mindset was dark, but so were my clothes. And so if you had seen me way back then, I had a whole wardrobe of black clothes that were 3 sizes too big, right? I couldn't even see my body because, again, I couldn't see myself. I didn't even want to see myself. So how can I expect to have others see me if I didn't want to see myself? But I'll tell you, one day I looked in the mirror and I was so fed up because I saw myself. I said, oh my gosh, what happened to me? What happened to this confident woman that I once had been, moving into this black period where I had all these black clothes on my body and I just looked like a frumpy mom. I even had the nursing bras on. Like, okay, so I wasn't nursing any longer. That was the point. I was stuck in my clothes. I was stuck in my mindset, and I didn't know how I was going to get out of my own way until what I call my red dress moment happened to me. And I want to give all of you here today a red dress moment. Now, does that mean all of you have to buy a red dress after listening to this? Well, possibly, maybe, but it could be something else bold. And I will share with you some items that I think are super fun and will help you get out of that. But what happened is when I went shopping, I was pulling all the black clothes and this personal shopper came up to me and she said, ma'am, I think you should try this on. And she holds up this red dress, like the color I have on. And I said, that's really sweet of you, but that's not my color. And that's really not my size. She said, honey, that is your size. That is your color. Try it on. And so I did. And it was like she hit me over the head with that red dress. And I had my red dress moment because when I twirled around like Cinderella and I looked in the mirror, bam, there I was. And I decided to go bold and then go home. I slipped on this dress, I walked out into the world, and all this magic started happening. And this is what I teach, this is what I preach, because there is a symbiotic relationship between the outer and the inner. This is why I kind of flipped the script. And I don't work from the inside out any longer. I used to as a therapist. I actually work from the outside in. And all of you who are listening to this either are attracted to Amazon Live because they have amazing products and maybe you're looking to spruce yourself up or spruce your home up. Like, image and the external things are super important in the way that we feel about ourselves. That it's not all superficial as a lot of people think. Because when we look good, we feel good. We feel good, we look good. It all works and it's all intertwined, you know, and it goes hand in hand. So this is why I love and I'm so passionate about doing these shows every single week where I can inspire you and motivate you to take some, you know, bold moves into your life and buy something that's different for you. And so, yeah, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge all of you to buy something that's totally different for yourself. Okay, so I want to hear about it. All right, for those of you listening, please, you know, chat in the chat box, I guess you could say, and let me know, like, what are some ways that maybe you're hiding? What are things that you fear? What are things that you're scared about? And if you want to hop on a call with me and we'll dissect it, this is like one of my superpowers. I love doing that. And I will say, if this is too super scary for you to even like step out and go bold and make a call to me live here in front of all these people, which you won't even realize you are because I'll make it super fun and you just sound like it's just a phone call. Just think about how many people can relate to you, how many people you might help by just picking up the phone and talking about it. Sharon, I know Sharon's there. She did that last time, and do you know her bold statement about how she keeps attracting narcissists was so amazing because I got a lot of people saying, hey, Kimmy, like I relate to Sharon, that advice was so helpful. And if I can help her, that means I can help all of you. Come on. So just chat in the box, say, hey, Kimmy, I want to come on, and I will send you a number here live and we can, you know, get down to business. Now, if that's still super challenging for you and you just want to talk to me personal, oh my God, of course, I would love that. And you can do that, and now I have a really easy way of doing that by just going to Ask Kimmy, ask, and then Kimmy, KIMMY.com, and you can ask me a question. You can ask me a personal question. I will email you personally anything that you want to know about your love life, your dating, or maybe it's just something that is, you know, kind of causing you to be stuck in your life. You know, a lot of times we have blind spots and we don't know what are causing those blind spots, right? Like often it takes a bird's eye view or someone else to kind of look down or outside of yourself and say, hey, did you know this is preventing you from moving forward in your life? You know, I'll never forget, there was a woman now before, you know, the pandemic hit, now I'm getting back to this, which I'm super excited about. I like to go out on the town and I do wing gal sessions and I do shopping sessions. So I do, you know, full-blown makeovers, wardrobe, you know, whole wardrobe changes. I can do this virtually as well, but there's nothing like the real thing, right? And then we go out and we flirt. And I love helping people flirt, you know, and really putting themselves out there. And I remember a woman specifically saying, you know, Kimmy, I never see anybody looking at me. I said, I believe you. I believe that when you go out there, you're not seeing anybody because I'm noticing that you're not even noticing anyone else. So how are you supposed to see if anybody's even seeing you? I know this sounds ridiculous, but it was such a like small shift that she didn't realize. So what she was doing is she was wearing these really drabby clothes and she, you know, maybe she went out to the market or the coffee shop or she went to a lounge and she said, no guy ever approaches me. I said, I believe you because I believe you're hiding. She was hiding in her clothes. She had a big shawl on all the time. It was like her little cocoon. And I said, what if I buy you a hot pink dress right now and we go out flirting with that pink dress on? And she says, oh, I could never do that. I said, well, why not? What about that scares you? She's like, well, I just feel like I'm too loud. I just feel like I'm too loud. How many of you feel like if you wore a bright pink shirt or a dress or red, you would feel too bold, too loud, too this, too that, you know? If that's you, you got to ask yourself, what about having attention? What about having eyeballs on you is scary? And for her, she never liked getting attention on herself because she was brought up in a way that she was supposed to play it small. She was supposed to shut down her voice, not be seen, not be heard. And so she carried her life through as if she was invisible. And so guess what I did? I made her buy a pink dress and we walked out and she saw all these guys checking her out. And it was super scary for her at first, I'm not gonna lie. But then something magical happened. She started really liking it. And then she started smiling. And then she started talking and I created a monster from there because then when she went home, she started wearing all these bright colors and flirty, you know, dresses and her life changed. And do you know, this is fast forward to now, she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend, she's in a loving relationship, and now she loves working on her style so much. She hires me to do like seasonal tune-ups. And what I mean is by that is like we'll go on, I do virtual makeovers where I hop on Zoom and I pick out outfits for her. We create a virtual closet. I have the software that pins different looks and she can go shopping right in her portal. And I give her like kind of bold tune-ups so that she never goes back to her frumpy, invisible self. So I want to inspire you and motivate you to do the same for yourself. And it starts today. You know, we've all been hiding for over a year now. It is time to come out. We're gonna have a coming out party right here on Sway TV. And we're gonna start purchasing some things that are gonna make us feel maybe a little bold and scary, but I think you guys might like it at the same time. Okay, so anybody have any questions? Now's the time. You can ask me questions by clicking the follow button. And when you click the follow button, that will allow you to chat with me. And when you can chat with me, then you can say, hey, Kimmy, I have a love question, any kind of question that you want to know. All right. And with that, I want to start out. And as you're thinking of questions for yourself, and maybe this will inspire some questions, I want to talk about different ways we hide. Because I don't know if you've even thought about some of these things. And we hide in ways of, again, like our body language, the way we communicate, the way we set boundaries or not set boundaries, our clothes, that sometimes we're not even aware of. And so one of the things that you might be doing is that you don't give your opinion. That could be a way of hiding. You know, like you might hear something that you don't like or you don't agree with, and you just kind of agree, or what I call shape-shifting. You do a shape-shifting move where you're like, you accommodate what other people want of you, and you know, maybe somebody else has an opinion about something and you say, oh yeah, I agree, because you want them to like you. Or you're trying to have a really good date and your date says something and you're not quite into it, but you say, oh yeah, that sounds good. Maybe your date wants to take you to eat a chocolate cake and you hate chocolate, but you say, oh no, I like that. That is a way of hiding, by the way, because you're hiding who you are. You're not being your authentic self. So that's absolutely a way of hiding. Oh my gosh, we have somebody watching from Ireland. Hi, oh my God. Well, and I'd be so interested in hearing your opinion on, you know, even just like the way people go bold in Ireland. Like, you know, do people wear color, or is it, you know, kind of more drabby there right now? Like, what's going on in Ireland? Chime in, and if you have any dating questions or anything that you want to ask, go ahead, ask away. Oh, I would love to have you call in from Ireland. Okay, so that's one way is you don't talk about your opinion. Number two, you avoid eye contact. You look away. This, by the way, to me, has been the second pandemic that has happened this year. What do I mean by that? Because we've had our masks on, there's been this kind of strange thing happening with people's eyes, is that with our masks on, people are avoiding eye contact, right? The masks don't cover our eyes, right? And we're moving towards now being mask-free, which is amazing, but we're still being, you know, obviously safe. But this is the time to start meeting people's eyes. And I have actually a really good way that you can do that, because even before this pandemic hit, ask yourself, were you ever comfortable making eye contact? Right? Like, people have had a hard time making eye contact before this whole thing happened. And now it's just exacerbated by the fact that we're all kind of being socially distant from one another. Now's the time to get back together and integrate into the world again. And that means connecting with people in ways of your eyes. And you can do that by just making it a game for yourself. Like, what if you went, every time you went to the market, you counted how many blue eyes or brown eyes that you saw, right? And if you gamify it for yourself, then you might make yourself do it more, you know? And it takes some of the scariness out of it. And the more you do it, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. This is why I call myself a dating strategist these days, and not just a coach or a therapist, because I believe we all have just bad habits. And bad habits can be broken, but it does take a little work. And how you can break those habits is by doing a pattern disruption, doing something that's different for yourself, but you have to do it in repetition over and over and over until it starts becoming you. And so you can do that with your eye contact. So that is a way that you might be hiding. Because when you don't make eye contact with somebody, it's like, don't come near me, don't come near me, don't come near me. You can't see me, la, 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 right? It's like, I can see you, but you don't want to be seen. That's really the message that you're sending. Okay, so that's the second way. Third way, we might speak really softly, like we don't have a voice. Do you know that your voice is a way of hiding? I have actually now referred several of my clients to take voiceover lessons. Why? Because this has been a big, like, kind of barrier for them, is that even though they're working on the inside, they're getting good style on the outside, their voice is reflecting one of someone who's not confident. And do you know tonality in your voice has to do with like your nonverbal cues and how you communicate? It's super important. Oh, somebody says, I don't make eye contact. I just look at the person person's face I'm talking, do people like when people make eye contact with them? Yes, absolutely. But I will say that it depends how it's done. Okay. Like nobody likes a weird, creepy stare. Okay, both men and women don't like that. Like there is a difference between like staring at someone, lurking like in a corner in the back of the room, and then just like staring at that person, and then you never say something, and then there's like a hesitation after. That is like what not to do, right? But as you're talking to somebody, you can smile with your eyes and join their eyes, and you can nod and say hello. And that's super connecting. That's super joining. It says to people, wow, like that person's open to talking. That person has their cab light on. You know, so these are signals that are being sent out there into the world saying, hey, I'm not scary. I would love to talk to you. But if you're fearful of talking to others, then that's a way of hiding. And if that is super hard for you, then you definitely need to get a hold of me, because I have been known to help a lot of people find their voice in their tonality, in the way that they connect with people. Again, it's all holistic. It's not just one thing. Everybody is a puzzle. You all are a puzzle. They're missing pieces in your puzzle. Your piece might be different than your friend's piece. That's why I'm not this cookie cutter approach coach that says, oh, you know, here's one size fits all. There's some clothes like that. I'll be honest. There are some clothes like that. There's even underwear that's one size fits all, which I can't believe. Hanky pankies, they sell them on Amazon. Don't worry. Everything's sold here on Amazon, and there are one size fits all. But when it comes to finding love and really like breaking through those barriers that are preventing you from finding love, it's unique to you. So again, if you want to know more and you want to hop on a breakthrough call, or if you have a dating question, go to askkimmy.com, and that will allow you to be in my community. You can ask me questions. I have a lot of like fun things going on that you'll definitely want to stay a part of. I have a master class coming up and teaching you all how to create chemistry, which is part of what we're talking about today, right? So definitely go to that and you'll be in my community. Now, we were talking about our tonality, right? So our voice is super important. The other thing is that we sometimes, and this is another way of hiding, we wait for other people to initiate. So that's a way of hiding because you're in the back seat of the car. It's so easy to sit in the back seat of the car and just remain invisible and not like be in the front seat and even in the driver's seat. Oh, if you're always in the back seat, try being in the driver's seat just for once. But when you're in the driver's seat, then you got to push the accelerator, because then that'll cause some momentum and some movement in your life. But if you remain in the back seat, you're going nowhere fast. Maybe all of you have been in the back seat. I don't know. Like, what have you been doing in the back seat over there? It is time to put on a red shirt and hop in the front seat, because that will start creating movement and excitement in your life. Yeah. Oh, Sharon says, haha, yes, no creepy stares. Yeah, the creepy stare thing is the worst. Like, there's nothing worse. Okay. Yeah, and so with that, like if you're allowing other people to initiate, that's a way of hiding. And another thing that you might be doing is you're never speaking your truth. You're never sharing anything about yourself. You don't share anything about your feelings. Sharon, you and I talked about this last time, right? Because when you do that, when you don't speak your truth, your feelings, share stories about yourself, you don't know who's listening. You don't know who those right people are to be in your like sphere, to be in your tribe, to be your potential partner. That's the problem, because you're, and this is what, you know, Sharon and I were talking about, you will attract lopsided relationships, right? That's why you might attract the narcissist or the fixer-uppers, or, you know, people who you are constantly helping, like whatever that is. But that's on you, right? If you don't like that dynamic and you're sick of being in that loop, what can you do to start coming out and stop hiding? Stop hiding who you are, because the right people want to get to know who you are. That's the thing. Okay. We tell ourselves stories about people we don't have to like them, and inevitably let them in. So, you know, like, we're staying in a story. That's what that means. Meaning, like, are you staying in your victim story? Like, oh, everything bad happens to me. So yeah, that's a way of hiding, because you're hiding in your story. Like, oh, you know, I never find love, or oh, I never meet the right guy. I never meet the right woman. Where are all the good people out there? Oh, I'm not in the right place in my life. I'm too big. I'm waiting, you know, to lose weight. I'm not in shape. I'm not, blah, 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 right? Like, the list goes on and on and on. And what I find is that when you're stuck in your excuses, the excuses are often your fears. Think about that. What are your excuses, you know, for not being bold, for not stepping out? Because that fear is going to paralyze you every single time. That's why you're going to remain frozen in time, frozen not meeting anybody, frozen in maybe your relationships and not getting out of the ones that don't serve you. You're just remaining frozen because you're stuck in your story. You're stuck in the iceberg. You got to start chiseling away at that iceberg. I know it's hard, it's cold, it might take a lot of work. And I so got you if you want help with that, because it is hard doing it on your own. And if it's not like hiring a coach, if it's not like finding a therapist, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's just your friend. Like, get an accountability partner. Those women who are in my Love Academy program, they know the drill, right? Because, and if you're here, ladies, shout out, say hello, because, you know, they keep each other accountable. When they're having bad days, they know that tomorrow is going to be better. It's not always, you know, like, oh, woe is me, and staying in that victim mode, because they know, okay, and that didn't work, and that guy ghosted me, but that guy won't. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. That's a way of creating movement. Okay. The other way we hide is we don't speak the truth. We don't speak the truth. We're hiding in our own lies. We're hiding in other people's, you know, journeys and stories, or maybe stories that they place on us when they're not even our stories, right? Like, it's called in the therapy world projection, right? Like, you don't want to stay stuck in that. But let me tell you the biggest way that I think a lot of y'all have been hiding this year, and that is you're stuck in your clothes. Oh, Erin, you asked a question at Kimmy.com. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to see those questions here on the air. I will be able to see those questions later on in my email. So if you have a question right now, and if you want to hop on and even call in, Erin, I'd love to hear your question. So just write your question right here in the chat, and I'm happy to answer you, or even just answer you if you want to write it out in a written form. See, this is when the show gets really juicy for me, is when we start having interaction. Do you know that, and I will be doing this again if y'all like this, I did a live date right here on Sway TV, Amazon Live, where I brought in a woman and a man, and they had a date right here in front of all of us. It was crazy and fun and super cool, and I will do it again. So if that interests you, great. I also have done like a closet ambush, and I ambushed a woman, and last week she got her clothes that I sent her. We gifted her some things on Amazon Live, and she had a full makeover right here. I will probably be doing that again, but you gotta stick with me, stay with me, be in my community, so you know when my shows come up. It's super. Oh, so Erin can call from Ireland, so I'll have to ask about that. I don't know if there is a like call. Yeah, there was a blind date right on here. Well, Erin, that I know I can like help you with. If you want to do a live date on here, that cost to you is free, because we can Zoom you in and we can do a date. So Yeah, and Sarah, the closet ambush was fun. Wasn't that so much fun? Yeah, and I'm gonna do, because somebody was asking, oh, can we do like different ages of people? We can do also like different heights and weights and that kind of thing. So if you all like that, let me know. Again, go to askkimmy.com and ask, just be in my community and stay with me. That's the best way to just communicate with me directly, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, great. So we were talking about hiding in your clothes. And so I want to start showing you some really fun items that I selected that will help you start getting bold in your life, because literally magic happens. It's like a domino effect. When you start putting something on that makes you feel a little bold and standing out, you might then gain the confidence to wear other things. So I will start with just showing some makeovers that, and I often will show you on here some live before and after pictures that I have, these are real clients that have allowed me to show, you all their before and after, because their life changed after the transformation. And hopefully this will inspire you to take a look at your life and how you want to transform. So let me show you a couple, and then I'll kind of go back and forth and share some of the stories, and then also show you products. So as you can see in these before and afters, not only have the clothes shifted, you see the attitudes shift as well. Like, we have the woman in the red dress who, look at how bold she is. Now this, if you can believe, and you can see it in the picture in the before, this beautiful woman over here walked into a workshop of mine, and I thought she was a model. Everybody in the room thought she was a model. And the thing that she said, the first thing she said is she stood up and said, I don't have a lot of confidence. I feel invisible. Now we were all shocked, because I thought she was just being like a celebrity and like dressing under, like to try to hide because she was like somebody like famous. Because she has such a bold look and beautiful look that I was like shocked that she, really didn't have any confidence. And it wasn't just about her inner confidence, it was her outer confidence as well. And as you can see, we had her red dress moment happen, and her life started changing. Do you know this woman actually got pictures taken, and she went on to do some modeling, and now she's a photographer to help inspire other people and step into their beauty and boldness, right? And so, like, how cool is that? She took her own story, just like I have, and now are inspiring other people to do that. So, Rosalinda, I think that's you. Yeah, you love the closet ambush. Okay, I'm doing another one, like you inspired me. And if anybody here wants to be ambushed, again, let me know, askkimmy.com, so that I know you want to be ambushed. And I might not do just the closet ambush. I might just like do like a makeover. We can do an interactive makeover. So there are options here. Okay, so that is one story. The middle one that you see, look at that. Like, I often show that when I do my flirt workshops, and I do a lot of workshops, by the way, so which you'll be privy to once you're in my community. And what was really interesting is when I show that before shot, everybody thinks that she's like a librarian, a accountant, everyone guesses that. And I ask people, well, why do you think that is? And they say, well, it's the way she's dressed, and it's like her hair and the bun and all that stuff. And so there are associations with your look, right? Your first impressions matter, people. Like, I don't care if you're married, in a relationship, dating, like, first of all, now it only takes 7 seconds to make a first impression. That's crazy. And I think it's even quicker because of Bumble and Tinder and Hinge and all that jazz. People are making judgments and assumptions based on two things, and it happens in the brain so fast. This is research-based, not just me. People judge based on how you look with your clothes, and secondly, your attitude. So yeah, everyone thought she was that. So the interesting and really beautiful part of this story is I took this woman shopping with 9 other women. They had a photo shoot and it was to help them with their business, right? Be bold in their business, and they were working on their website. And I got everybody dresses, and this woman, like, I couldn't find her in the store. And I see her, and she's like crying in the corner of the room, and she says, I don't know why I'm here. You know, it's just like prom all over again. I can't find a dress. I have nothing to wear. I think I'm just gonna go home. And I gave her a big hug, and then I gave her a little tough love, and I said, look, this has nothing to do with your body or the dresses. It has everything to do with this brand. And she's like, what? I said, yeah, this brand doesn't fit your body type. She says, what? I said, yeah, no one ever taught you what brands to put on your body and what brands to stay away from, simply because no one like taught her. And I'm very scientific in the way I approach clothes. And if you all are interested in knowing your body type, you can go to kimmyseltzer.com and download my style guide, and you'll know exactly what body type you are. You'll know what clothes fit you, flatter you. And that's half the battle. That's why we hate sometimes what we put on our body, because we don't have the right thing. That's why, like, you see the Oscars, you see celebrities wearing these things, you're like, oh, that's so cute, but maybe it's not something that's cute for your body. So that's where the confidence in your clothes comes in, when you know your body well. So we went across the street, I put her in that after dress, and she started crying for different reasons. And she said, wow, Kim, like, I never thought I could wear a dress. I said, yeah, because you've never seen yourself in the right dress. And her life completely changed from there. So she wasn't a librarian. She was this like badass executive coach. And you better believe when she put this kind of look together, when she went out networking, she got a ton of business. Why? Because she put herself out there. She became, she went from invisible to being more bold. And that's what we're talking about here today. If you're just joining us, we are talking all about how to not be invisible anymore and step out. We've all been in hiding for over a year, no matter where you are in the world. That's something that we've been joined in, right? And now as we step out into the whole new world, how do we step out? It might be weird. We might be squinting with the light. We don't know what to do with ourselves. But, maybe you were like this even beforehand. Maybe you were invisible because somebody shut down who you were and what you're about. Maybe you felt invisible because you hate the way your body looks. Maybe you've been in a toxic relationship and you've been completely hiding and shut down because you forget who you are. This is a way, right here today on Amazon Live, to start figuring out who you are and how you can step out. And really embrace who you are. That's the thing. Okay? So, we're having like a whole chat over here, and I'm missing all this stuff. Yeah. Well, and there is definitely, Ashley, we're going to be doing a beauty haul coming up, and Ashley, the beautiful Ashley, is going to be showing all kinds of products and how you can make yourself look and feel your best and shine. And I actually have some items from Beauty Haul that I'm going to share with you that will give you that glow and that confidence to start, because again, I believe in starting small. Like, you don't have to wear, a big red shirt or a red dress to start. You could start with one little item that will give you that confidence, and then you can start accumulating. It's going to be so much fun. Ashley, it's so good to see you, and I can't wait to see you here in the studio soon. So definitely, like, we have so many amazing shows on Sway TV. I just want you all to know that every program that we have is catered to a different aspect of your life. Like, this is one way where you can start making movement in your life, just watching this. But if you're the type of person that is constantly just watching and never doing, now there's a chance on this platform right here where you can combine both by listening and then taking action and purchasing something that might better your life. It could be wellness, it could be health, it could be beauty. There's so many things that you can do for yourself, because it is all about you. And when you love you, that's when other people do too. That's what this is all about, and that's what my show is about, of course. Okay, so, oh my gosh, yeah, Ashley, you rock right back. Okay, the third picture that you see is a woman. Now, what was interesting about her red dress moment or bold moment is that she was hiding her femininity and sexuality because she had been given messages growing up that good girls don't do that. Right? Like, I don't know if that's something that you can relate to as you're listening to this. Some of us have grown up with messages that become what I call our gremlins. There are gremlins because they are constantly chattering in our brain. Like, we'll maybe try to make movement, but then we have that gnawing little gremlin in there saying, no, you can't, you're not good enough, you shouldn't be too sexy or too bold or too feminine, you know, whatever that is. Look, I am here to tell you, and I love being the spokesperson for your brain, that you know, that's not your programming. Like, somebody else put that program chip into your brain, and that's not yours to keep if you don't want it anymore. Now, if you want it and you want to continue with it, fine, like, keep it with you. But most of us don't want to have those patterns. We want to attract something new and positive. So that's what I did with this woman. And as you can see, when she had her red dress moment, look at how everything changed. And she said, Kimmy, like, it was amazing. Like, once I put those pictures on my profile, all these men started chiming in, and I had to not be scared to receive it. Like, that's the other thing, because I'm gonna, again, challenge you that when you purchase something that might be different for yourself, you're gonna get attention and you may not like it. It may feel super weird and scary and like, ooh, don't look at me. But because it's uncomfortable, it means that you probably need to do it, right? Because no one changes doing the things that are the same over and over. No one changes doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, that's the definition of insanity, right? So if you can start doing something different, a pattern disruption, as I say, then you will start creating something different. And that's what happened to her. And she got all these dates going, and suddenly her life changed. Okay, so now drum roll, it's time for your red dress moment. Your turn to be bold, and you're in your home, so I can't say go home because you're probably, or maybe you're at work, I don't know. But I want to start giving you some really fun things. Now, I definitely want to start with some of the beauty haul products because I'm just going to tease you a little bit with the taste of some things that I have for you. Now, and I just got this. I was inspired by the beauty haul, and I've been testing this out, and I really, really like this product. Okay. So here you see it's CoverGirl, and it's the Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Defying Foundation. I brought it here to the studio. I mean, this is super affordable. I couldn't believe it. And I will just say that I did some comparing on prices, and it's definitely the most affordable on Amazon. I'm just going to tell you that. So you definitely want to buy it here. But what I really think is so great about it, first of all, again, the price you can't beat. It feels so good on your skin, and it comes with a little sponge, right, that you can travel with. So, like, you know, now we're going to start traveling. It's another way of stepping out into the world and doing even little day trips for yourself. It comes with the sponge, and then this stuff is so creamy. I love just how, like, smooth it goes on. And it's really natural. Because, you know, a lot of my clients, you know, one of the big gripes that they have, I don't know if this is you, is that, oh, I don't like wearing foundation. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. This is a perfect, I think, solution to that, where you can start smoothing out your skin. You know, it gets rid of the redness or blemishes, and it's super affordable, and it's not cakey. I think that's a big fear that women have. It's like, I don't want to look like a cake face. Well, you will not look like a cake face with this. Okay, so this is really a great product, and it comes with obviously a lot of shades, so you have to know your skin tone. But I have to say, like, I got it my first try. You know, I just kind of matched it with my skin on my hand, and I was able to match it pretty easily. I know, like, in the department stores, you're able to see things a little bit better, but because it has a see-through glass, you can really see the color well. Okay, so that was one product to start going bold with your skin. Now, I've talked about this before, is that everyone should have a bronzer. And I've showed different bronzers before that you can buy here on Amazon. This one is in Beauty Hall in particular, I think is amazing. I forgot to bring it, but this is fantastic. It's by Cover FX Monochromatic Bronzer Duo. And the reason why this is so great is that there's a shimmer and there's a matte. Have you ever had like, you know, just matte and then your face can look kind of dry? Well, the shimmer, when you add to it, I swirl my brush together with it so that it actually creates a little bit of shine within the matte. And for me, it's the perfect combination. It also, I think, like, I mean, it comes in a little bit darker color here. I'm light skin, as you can tell, so I opted for the lighter one, and it was a really good shade for me. You know, the thing that's important about bronzer, y'all, is that, and here's something that relates to dating, that if you are doing dating, even as we head out into the world, we are still, and this is a thing that's gonna be staying with us, everyone's still gonna be doing video dating. I think that's here to stay as a step before we go out and meet someone. And I like that because, you know, and I did a whole talk on this as well, is that nowadays people are doing what we call slow dating. We're getting to know one another before we just hop onto a date. And you can do that by going onto a video. Now, if you're on a Zoom date, it's really important that you have a bronzer on, because if you don't have the bronzer on, you can get a little washed out in the camera, okay? And I also recommend with that, now this is not in Beauty Hall, but this is in my, my Kimmy's Love Hub. If you don't have a ring light, y'all, like you have to get a ring light. This one's really nice. I like it because obviously, even if we're not talking about dating, even if you're doing video conferencing, image matters. And to me, this is a way of being bold too. I see another way you all are hiding is, oh, and this is the worst. Have you ever been on a Zoom call and they're like a shadow in the dark and all you see is like maybe a little bit of their eye twinkling, or every now and then you see their hand moving, and this gives a horrible first impression. And actually, do you know that the other people listening to you won't be as excited to listen to you? They might be distracted by you not having good light. It's super important to have good light, and this is a way for you to be bold. Maybe you didn't have good light because you didn't want to be seen. How many of you hate Zoom because you don't like looking at yourself in the camera, or you don't like, you know, people looking at you? Well, what if you practice this? If this is something that you struggle with outside in the real world, what if you practice right in the comfort of your own home by just getting on a couple of Zoom calls? Do you know, I actually make my clients, this is something I do, I make them do videos to me every single day talking about their feelings so that they get used to seeing themselves in the camera and telling stories and sharing their feelings. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they don't like when I say that. They don't like when I make them do that. But after a while, like I say before, practice makes perfect. The more they do it, the easier it becomes, and they start having their voice and they get used to being seen. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, Sharon, that bronzer before is really great. Okay, so definitely get a light to go with your bronzer. That is super important. Okay. Let's go to some other fun things that I have. Now, I'm gonna stay with the face because this is just one small way where you can feel a little more bold. That shimmer in the bronze was really good. And if you wanna actually make your cheeks stand out even more, and I had a makeup artist on not too long ago, Jenny Patakin, and she was talking about highlighter. Highlighter is really important. And I like this highlighter. It doesn't break the bank, obviously, by Wet n Wild. This is a beautiful color. It goes, I think, with a lot of skin tones, and it's gonna make your cheeks just glimmer a little more. Now, I have highlighter in right now. I don't know if you can see, and like the way the light hits, it's a shimmery thing. And also that's super sexy and sultry, especially if you're going on a date. It's a way of stepping out. It's a way of stepping out. Okay, so you definitely want a highlighter. You have the bronzer, the highlighter. Now I'm starting really small, y'all, okay? Now I'm gonna step it up a notch. Now we're gonna talk about red lipstick. Ooh, red lipstick. No, Kimmy, I can't wear red lipstick. Oh, yes, you can. I wanna share a little story about a red lipstick. Now this particular color was very popular. And actually, this is the hottest like MAC color. It's called Ruby Woo. And it's just kind of like a classic color. I think looks good on a lot of skin tone. If you are someone who never is used to like wearing any color, maybe always wearing black, not wearing any makeup, I challenge you on wearing red lipstick. In fact, I'm gonna put a challenge out there and then I want you to like get in contact me. I challenge someone who has a hard time putting themselves out there and buying this lipstick and taking a picture of themselves with the lipstick on, and then go to askkimmy.com and write me and say, Kimmy, I have a picture, or go to kimmyseltzer.com, which is my website, and write me and show me that picture. Because I want to like do a little contest here. Somebody who's willing to buy any of these like bold items and send a picture. You can also join my Facebook group, Love Makeover Insiders. Like there's so many ways of getting a hold of me and being in my community. Somehow get in touch with me. And I want to see a picture of you, even if it's just with the red lips. But if you want to like go all out and like wear red from head to toe or do something, any one of these items I'm sharing with you today, I'm throwing a bold challenge out there. I'm doing it. Sharon, make a note to this, to my community. We're doing a bold challenge. Okay, so this is a way, and you know, when I challenged this to one of my clients, she came to me for dating advice, and when she showed up, she was wearing this like black shawl and a beige shirt, and I said, look, I said, I'm gonna help you meet men and I'm gonna give you dating advice and I'm gonna coach you on the inside and all that good stuff. But we gotta take care of your image because right now, girl, you are hiding. And so I made her take off her shirt and then I gave her the assignment of wearing red lipstick for one entire week. And when she did it, she thought it was nuts, by the way. When she did it, she came back and she says, oh my gosh, Kim, that magic red bullet. I said, what happened? I tell the story all the time because it's just so perfect for what we're talking about today. She says, I wore the red lipstick and all these things started happening to me. Like guys started talking to me and I never get talked to when I'm out and about. Like I was on the train. She lived in San Francisco. I was on the train and a guy started talking to me. I was in the Uber and a guy started talking to me. And because they started talking to me, I started talking to them. Yeah, why? Because she went bold. She put herself out there. The red lips was a cab light for herself saying, notice me, notice me. And because of that, she started getting attention. So how many of you are gonna buy this red lipstick and take a picture of yourself and send it to me? I want to see it. Okay, so if this is still super scary for you, I have another color that would still kind of work for you. And actually, I brought this color because now, and I tend to wear this one in the springtime. I just think it's super cheery. It's a popular color that's been around for a while. It's called Chatterbox. Look how pretty it is. Because sometimes in the picture you can't really tell. So I can like show you right here what it looks like. But yeah, I think it's pretty. I'll try to put a little on right now. It's always hard when I don't have a camera. But even like a little goes a long way. So if the red was scary, I will still accept like a hot pink because this does go on a little hot. I'm not gonna lie. Depending on the pigmentation of your lips, it does go on a little hot. But that's okay, right? We're getting used to being seen. That's what this is. Oh my gosh, Erin, thank you. I am so happy. Well, okay, please share with me what is interesting about this so far. Wait, you've seen nothing yet. We have a lot of like fun things. I just like doing, you know, kind of things live to really get you going because like to me, this is where the action piece is and why I got out of being a true therapist. I was done with all the talking. I mean, I know we're talking and oh my God, I've been talking for an hour now. I can't even believe it. But at what point do you stop just watching and you start doing something, and that is an action, right? So that's why I really enjoy this process, you know, like as we're talking about products and purchasing, but also like doing fun things like the closet ambush and having podcasters on and having like really big guests on like Tim Story, because those are things that are interesting that will get you moving, right? Even buying a book of one of the authors that I have on, like that's super important for your mental game, right? So it all works together, you know? So feel when I wear lipstick makes teeth look yellow. Oh, you know, that is a good point. Do you know, and this is a trick, and I'm not a makeup artist, but I've gotten my face done enough and my clients' faces done enough, because I do live makeovers with people to do like, you know, their online photos and all that kind of jazz, that when you have red lipstick on, it makes your teeth look whiter. So it depends on the pigmentation of the lipstick and of course your teeth, right? Like we're all different, but it is a trick to make your teeth look whiter to wear red. I'm actually glad you mentioned that. So any of you who are scared to wear red, now there might be certain reds that you've tried on that yellowed your teeth. But wait, there are products here on Amazon that actually make your teeth look whiter. And I don't have it in my carousel, but there's maybe next time I'll bring that on. But there's a ton of whiteners right now that are super affordable and easy to use. And you don't have to go to the dentist to get the laser anymore. Not necessarily. I mean, those are great too. But so that's also thing. Oh, you're knowledgeable and very interesting, and feel like many people can get stuff out of what you're saying here. Oh, Erin, that means so much to me. Thank you. And like hearing stuff like that keeps me going. It keeps me wanting to come back every single week and doing something interesting and, you know, and helping you. And that's why I really enjoy the parts too, where people are able to call in and maybe Erin will figure out next time if you can call in from Ireland, because I think that'd be super cool to hear your voice, because you've been great, and thanks for staying on with me. All right, so we have the lips, we have the skin. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now moving down the body. Okay, so this part is a little bit inspired by the Oscars. Now you're gonna probably be like, Kim, this is too much. But okay, hear me out. Now, was it Zendaya who wore this fabulous necklace? Wait, I have a picture. She rocked it out. And I have the dress that you can buy to go with this, but oh yeah, she was wearing it. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Okay, her necklace. I mean, you can go online and look at her necklace. Her necklace was the most talked about necklace of the Oscars. Like, she just rocked it out. And I'm very understated. You know, I feel like understated elegance is super sexy. I think that you can't go wrong. You know, some people don't want to be totally bold and wear, you know, all these things going on. But I feel like if you can add a little sparkle to something that's subdued, it can go a long way as well. So for instance, if you haven't noticed by now, I showed up in a very casual red top. Now the red was bold, right? But look at my earrings. Did any of you notice my earrings? I wore crystal earrings. You see that? Okay. So you might take a look at me and say, wait, she's so casual, and then, oh, what's that sparkle about? You know, and so you could buy like costume jewelry like this. Obviously, most of us can't afford a necklace like we just saw, you know, from the Oscars. But I thought this was fun, and it's Amazon's favorite. It's by Everfaith Australian Crystal Bridal Floral Wave. Now I wouldn't wear these two together if I was wearing a casual outfit, okay? But, oh, Sarah, thank you. I want to see a picture of you. So I know you've been coming here. I would love to. Are you part of my community? Are you in my Facebook group? If you are, please let me know, because I want to see a picture of you and your boldness. Okay. Now, if you wear both of these together, I think it's a little much, okay? But if you're wearing something super dressy, you could wear them together. But can you imagine even wearing that necklace on a date when you're wearing something a little more subdued? Okay, if you're into all black, fine. Pop a red lip, have a little sparkle. You're still putting yourself out there. You're still being a little bold with it, right? So again, these are little things you can do. I think this is fun, and it's kind of like the costume jewelry that you know, even though it looks like it could be a lot, if you match it with something that's a little more understated, it'll go a long way. Okay, so moving down the body, right? Let's go into, now I obviously have a red top on, as you can see. Now, I have to show this top again because this was a big hit. When I did the closet ambush, the beautiful woman that I did the closet ambush on, we gifted her this shirt, and let me tell you, like, so many people bought this shirt because it's just affordable and it's sexy. And you see the like the cross on the neckline. It has, you know, that kind of sex appeal that would go a long way on a date. I'll just say that. But this is a type of red that I think is a little more understated, right? But it also has this kind of red. And by the way, it doesn't always have to be red, right? Like it could be pink. I love the pink. I think the pink is also something really bright. But it also could be like a cobalt blue. Blue stands out. Like, notice all these colors stand out. And I don't know if you've noticed by now, but I always wear a bright color here on Sway TV at Kimmy's Love Hub because I believe color is super cheerful. There's meaning behind color as well. There's a lot of studies that have been done on color in ways of attraction, in ways of success, in the ways of love. And when you know the power each color has, you can purposely put on different colors depending on what you want to accomplish, right? So yeah, I know this blue goes good with everyone too. And a lot of these colors bode well on different skin tones for sure. Okay, now, so that's a shirt you can buy. That was a big hit. A big thing that we saw at the Oscars and like what's really big in the spring is dressing monochromatically. Did you notice that? Like we saw that in the guys' suits. We saw it in a lot of the just, you know, way that people were pairing things. And the uniform, this is like a jumpsuit. This jumpsuit, these are like super hot this spring. And I love this one in particular because I like the V. I'm all about the V-neck. I think a V-neck is the most flattering on every single body type. And again, if you don't know your body type, go to my site, KimmySeltzer.com, download my free style guide. You'll know exactly what body type you are, so you know what color looks good on you. You know kind of the jeans to wear that flatter your body type. You're not dependent on watching some model or looking at the mannequin and saying, oh, I like that, and then putting it on your body and you notice that it doesn't look very good on you. Well, it has nothing to do with that. It's your body. You can get inspired by different looks, but then just make sure that you're putting a style that works for your body type so that you don't have low confidence in your clothes. I love teaching people about their body type because that gives you confidence. I call it clothing confidence, right? So this jumpsuit is super cute. And what I like about it is that I think this is date worthy. Don't you? Like, can you imagine this with a pair of heels? Now, the heels I would recommend for this, and before I do that, you can also wear this with like a low, you know, a low heel. Like she has, if you can see, she just has like sandals on and it's making it look really casual. So you could be like on a casual walking date. You could show up on, you know, just like a luncheon with your girlfriends in this. You could put a jean jacket over it and you look super sporty and cute. But notice that, I'll get to the shoes in a second, but notice this comes in all different kinds of colors, ideas. This one has buttons. That's kind of cool. Blue, we love the blue. I adore this jumpsuit. And Oh my God, if you really want to go bold, you could put the crystal earrings that I just showed you with the jumper. That would cause it to get a little more dressy. Okay. Now the shoes that I would recommend, and I think it just goes with every single, now you don't want to wear red on red. I mean, I know they're kind of showing that this season and you could wear a red shoe, but I would probably just go neutral, either with like just a nude heel like that, or you could do black. I love these. I love Steve Madden. It's just kind of a safe shoe. It fits most, feet. I have narrow feet and I still can wear this style. It just depends on, where it's hitting your foot. Even women who have bunions, if you have things going on your feet, this style, it's called a one strap, really is comfortable for most feet and flatters most legs. I will just say that. You can find this style in different heights, but this is, I think, a great height for that jumpsuit that I just showed you. Okay. So now let's talk about dresses because, and this again was inspired. Okay. Did you see how much gold they were showing? Now, I know we can't all, get the sparkly gold going on but look, so here's, I'm going to show different. These were like really, really popular dresses that were shown. You see sequins, you see gold, you see like bling, right? Like we saw a lot of bling. Now, how can you incorporate that on your regular Amazon day life? Well, you could do it in many ways. So look, check this one out. Now, talk about being bold. You notice that I'm like creeping up to this. Now that's in blue. But here's like they're calling it a rose gold, which I think is super pretty because it's a little softer and it has that pink in it. Can you imagine showing up on a date like this? Now, granted, you're not going to go hiking in this, although I'm sure you would get attention. Ladies, let me tell you something. And Erin, maybe you can back me up if you're still here. I've never had a guy complain that a woman was too dressy. Women, my clients or just people in general will come to me and say, oh, Kim, I don't want to be too dressed up for that guy on a date. It's not going to happen. I've never had a guy come back to me and say, and I work with men too, ooh, you know what? She was really nice, but she was too dressy. Like, that doesn't happen, ladies. They love it. They love all of it. They love the sparkle. They love the girly stuff. Like, it's super attractive. Why? Because it's something different, They're attracted to the stuff. Now, we all have different skin tones. We have different body types, so not everything's gonna look exactly right. The reason I picked this one out, well, first of all, super affordable if you want to like practice stepping out and being bold, but it has the V-neck that I like. I love kind of the empire waist and the cinching of the waist, so that's going to really work well on a lot of body types. And I think the length of the skirt is really perfect. If you can see on the model here, where is she? Understand when you're seeing dresses online, understand that the models are usually like 6 feet tall. Okay, we're all not 6 feet tall. So when you do that, know that the skirt might be a little bit lower, okay, for you, especially if you're petite. Like if you're 5'3" and under, we consider that petite. And so the skirt's gonna be just right, right at that knee length. Oh my God, but look at this. It comes, okay, wait for it. It comes in red. Now, can you imagine if you showed up red and sparkly and sequins? Like anybody who buys a dress like this sends me a picture of it. Like you will be the winner. You will absolutely be the winner. So, yeah, like I'm pushing you here, people. I'm pushing you. So if you're just joining, I see a lot of people joining in. I'm Kimmy Seltzer. I am a dating strategist, a confidence therapist, an image consultant, and I have a holistic approach in helping people look and feel their best so they attract what they want. And that's why I love talking about styling and dating advice to help you all be more bold. And that's what we're talking about here today. We're talking about coming out from hiding after this whole year of hiding in many, many ways. And maybe you were hiding before this. And how can you use products and also things on your body to step out and be more bold, right? So that's the theme that we're talking about. If you're just chiming in, you're hitting it at the top here, because this is very bold dress, right? But I'm getting inspired by the Oscars. So now going back to Zendaya, am I saying her name right? She's so cute. And if you noticed in that picture, she wore yellow. Oh, I found a really cute yellow dress that I don't think will be too scary for you. Hold on. I know this is red, but hold on. Okay. Here is a yellow dress. Again, I'll show you the picture. Yellow is super, and we saw a couple like really bold yellow at the Oscars. This is her yellow dress again, if you're just chiming in. Now, not all of us have that stomach, me included. So like I would never wear a cutout dress like that, but if you're young, you might, and I do have a dress for you. If you like showing off and you have the body to show off your stomach, I have one. But for those of us who want to be a little more subdued and not show the stomach, I thought this was a super cute dress. It's by Glory Star, women's short, long sleeve, ruched mid-body, bodycon sheath. Okay, you got the picture. It's a long title to say that this is a great dress. I love the ruching on the stomach. The ruching on the stomach actually conceals your stomach and makes it look thinner. So who doesn't want that? I know that that's something I always look for in my dresses. So this is a very flattering, and also the sleeves that come down, just around here. It's almost 3/4, but not totally 3/4. It's just perfect. If you're taking a picture, it'll be very flattering for your arms. But oh my gosh, like how bold would this be if you went out in a canary yellow dress? But to me, this has the same impact as a bright red dress, right? And so, yeah. Oh, someone says, oh, they never complain if a woman is too dressy, right? Men are backing me up, ladies. Men will never complain if you are wearing a dress and heels and, you're wearing it like you mean it. You're wearing it like you own it. That is what creates the sexy confidence, right? Isn't that what we're talking about? We're talking about sexy confidence. Because when you feel good, you're feeling sexy, you look in the mirror, you're like, I got it going on. That's when the opposite sex finds you attractive. It's about you. It's not about anyone else. It's about you looking in the mirror. That's why I want to give you some ideas and products to purchase right now. These will not break the bank. You can try it on, and if it doesn't fit, you can trade it out. This is a way of going bold. Go bold. Okay, so what's cool about this dress also is, oh my God, look at the different colors. I think there's a red one too. Well, this is a different one. I'm not a huge fan of the long sleeve in this version. I feel like there's too much material going on, but it's okay. I prefer the short sleeve for this cut, and you can see the model. I think there's just the skin that shows on the arm and the leg. It creates more of an even silhouette. Sometimes when you have too much fabric, it can put the focus on areas that you want to conceal. So that's just a trick that I teach in all my makeovers that I do. Okay, so we got a couple dress idea. We're being inspired by the Oscars. Okay, so do y'all want to see a cutout? Is anyone here okay by showing their stomach like Zendaya was? Zendaya? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Look I found one kind of like her dress, but in a short dress form. It's not super revealing, actually. This just has a little bit. So if you wanna, I don't know, this to me is like a Vegas dress. I'm not gonna lie. I think if any of you, have a girls' weekend, or if you want to just have a little fun, I actually think you could probably dress this down too. Again, it's all dependent on the shoes that you wear and also the jacket that you might want to put on with it. You could bring it down by wearing a jean jacket and just have the stomach peeking a little bit, which is kind of intriguing. Here's the other thing, what guys find sexy. It's not giving it all away. It's just showing a little bit where they want to know more. And that's what this could do. It's like a peekaboo, right? Like, ooh, she's got a good stomach going on. I want to know what else is going on. Oh, yeah, somebody said, always heard everyone should have a little black dress. Absolutely. And if you haven't caught my other shows, I was showing, in fact, I do have another black dress that I can show you. In fact, when I did the ambush, and the one that I'm going to show you comes in red too. Hold on. Wait for it. Okay. Where is that dress that I really liked? Oh, okay. So last week, I did like a celebrity kind of comparison. So I showed Jennifer Aniston wearing a black dress, which is a really like classic look. And she wore a dress that was similar to this. Obviously, it was a little more expensive, I think. But this was inspired by the Jennifer Aniston look. So I can't see your name, whoever was talking about the black dress. It just says Amazon customer. Please put your name in there so I know who you are, because if you start joining me week after week, like I want to get to know all of you. And again, if you want to be in my community, just go to askkimmy.com. You can ask me any kind of style or dating question, and you'll be in my community, and you'll know when I go live next, because I switch up the days. I don't do the same time and same day every week. I like to keep it kind of fun and interesting and surprising. So that's why you got to be in my community to know when I'm on next. Yeah, like this dress is super great because it's easy. You can dress it up, dress it down. The reason why you heard that every woman should have a little black dress is because it's a classic look that you could wear whether you're going on like a casual outing or a super dressy outing. It all depends on the shoes you wear. It all depends on the accessories, your purse, your shoes, the glam, the earrings, right? Like I was showing you my crystal earrings, and I showed you in here in my hub how you could just wear some crystals and that'll be totally, more dressy. And then, I think it even came in well, this is a rusty color. Ladies, this is a hard color. I know it's reading different colors in the screen that I see and also in the screen down here. So I'm not exactly sure. Rust can be hard. I would say this color might look better if you're a deeper skin tone, like olive skin tone would look still really good in this. But this red would look amazing. Now this is like, I'd say more of a deep blue red. They're calling it a wine red. Like any berry wine color, that looks good on all skin tones. So if the bright red that you see upon me really friggin' scares you, then go with this. Go with a wine, go with berry. You'll still be bold. You'll be more bold than wearing your black. I guarantee you. If you're just joining in, we're talking about being more bold, stepping out of your COVID cocoon and letting people see you, right? Like, what is it like being seen, being heard, finding your voice? That is what inspired me about the show today. Okay. Oh my God, I almost forgot my favorite things that I actually have on that you have not seen yet. So I showed you this top, before. If you're just joining in, this is a super popular top that everybody's been buying since I did the closet ambush, because the girl who did the, that I did the makeover on, she wore this and she's like, Kim, I feel so sexy, along with the jeans that I put on her. But here is another legging that I found. Oh my God, so I have them on right now. Check this out. This is something that's trending right now. This particular brand is what I bought. It's called, I think it's Amelia Butt Lifting Anti-Cellulite Leggings. Who wouldn't want to lift their butt up and get rid of the cellulite? That's all I'm saying. So, guys, I have it on. Look at, can you see? And look, do you see my red shoes? Look at, I'm being so bold today. Yeah, and these leggings, I cannot tell you, and can you tell that I do yoga? I did my yoga this morning, so I'm feeling more flexible. These leggings, if you can see that, do you see the pattern in here? there's something about it that it almost like massages your legs. And my stomach, I feel like I did 1,000 sit-ups this morning, even though I didn't. But the thing that they're most famous for is, see, there's like a little scrunchie going up in the butt. You don't feel it. It's not like the underwear that sometimes gets really uncomfortable. It's called like the scrunchy butt look. I don't know, a lot of leggings are doing this now, but these in particular, let me tell you, I can attest to it because I've been streaming now for almost 2 hours, and I am so comfortable, and it doesn't hurt my stomach. You know how sometimes there's elasticity that hurts in your stomach when you're sitting, and it just all depends on where it hits you. These are hitting at least my body just right. I highly recommend them. But, you know, oh, you're interested in the shoes. I'm so sorry. I got these shoes 2 years ago. It just shows you, like, you can buy things that will remain in style. But I will share with you another one that's similar that I actually just got in hot pink that I will probably wear on my next show. But I'll give you a sneak preview only because you asked, okay? Oh, Aaron said they're all over TikTok. I know. Well, because I heard about it from someone else, and then I saw that these are all over TikTok. But, okay, so here's another bold move. Ready? I have black on, well, obviously, because I'm wearing red shoes, y'all, and a red top, so I didn't wear red bottoms. But you could go bold and wear red bottoms. You could wear the red bottoms and then put a black top on. So you could do the reverse of what I'm doing. And that is also a way, if you're not comfortable about putting, you know, something up here that's super bold, then you can put down below the red bottoms. Let me tell you, ladies, if you are wearing these, I'm just warning you, you might get stared at, and that's not a bad thing. This is what we're talking about in the beginning of the program. How many of you are not comfortable being seen? And if you are not comfortable being seen, what if you did something like this, where you put some bold jewelry on, a red lipstick on, you know, pink lips on. We've been talking about all these things that can make you more bold. Red pants on. Now, that is really bold. And let me tell you, once you get used to being seen and you embrace it, and you really enjoy it, so much magic happens. I'm gonna go full circle back to what I was talking about in the very beginning of the show, and that is creating charisma. When you have charisma, when you have that magnetism that just draws people to you, that is the attraction factor. That is why I like starting on the outside and then going inward when I'm working with my clients. Being a therapist and an image consultant, putting it together, knowing that your confidence is going to grow because there is a symbiotic relationship between the outer and the inner. You better believe if you put these pair of pants on and you walk out into the world, you better believe that people are going to notice. But if you're not comfortable being noticed, what is that about? What is that about? Maybe you were shut down. Maybe you've been in abusive relationships. You know, like, do you see that this isn't superficial, what I'm talking about here? Like, there are metaphors, there's symbolism, there are things that we wear that totally reflect how we feel. And when we look good, we feel good. We feel good, we look good. It all works together. And so, yeah, like, this is why I just put out a challenge. If you're just joining me, I put a challenge out to people to buy one of these bold items that I'm talking about on this show, put it on, take a picture of yourself, and send it to me. You can send it to me, KimmySeltzer.com. You can ask me a question and submit it that way by going to askkimmy.com, 2 words, askkimmy.com. You can go join my Facebook group, Love Makeover Insiders. I mean, there's so many ways of getting a hold of me, but I want to do this contest. And I'm going to ask my producer if it's okay that I'm going to pick a winner. And if I get a picture of somebody and something bold, I'm going to pick the most bold person. And if you're so bold, I might even have you on the show. Like, that's what I want for you. It's one thing purchasing it in the comfort of your own home. It's another thing putting it on and taking a picture. It's a whole different level by you coming on in front of thousands and thousands of people and showing the world who you are. Who's up for the challenge? Hi, Alexander. Hi. I just love the fact that I have both men and women on my show. And just so you know, it's been this show where I have seen so many men come in wanting to better themselves, learn about how to attract love, getting my dating advice and my product advice, and having so many men in my community that now I am combining my programs and working with both men and women. I have some amazing surprises coming up. Even for the people who are in my programs right now, like just wait to hear what's coming, because I'm about to do some really innovative and cool things with both men and women, because it's just time to put men and women in a room together. It's just time. Like, we've been separated for this whole year, right? There are programs out there that are just women. There are programs that are out there that are just men. It is time that we start having conversations with us together. Right? That is how we learn. That's how we're going to connect. That's how we're going to find love. So if you want to stick with me, stay with me, definitely go to my site, go into my community, KimmySeltzer.com, go to my Instagram. Please follow me there too. You can find me anywhere at Kimmy Seltzer, basically. Okay. Haley, that's so cool. Oh, Olivia, hey. Oh, so good to see you. Yeah, I'm glad that you like that, because, I just feel that not only have we been been isolated for so long, we're also watching a lot of things. Like, you're watching me right now, and that's great, and I love that you're here. But I like the interaction. Like, when you guys start chatting with me, like you're chatting with me right now. Sonia, oh, Sonia. It says Alexander, so I thought you were a guy. It's okay. There's guys and women here. Aaron, too. I think you're... Oh my God, Olivia, yes. So the thing is that we can sit here and watch and listen to podcasts. And again, I'm all about it. Go to my podcast, Charisma Quotient. Please subscribe to me there. You can hear more advice from me there. But I like the action piece. That's why we're shopping. That's why I'm bringing you here to have live dates and doing ambushes and having you call in live. If you want to be the next caller and ask me a question right here, we now have the capability where I will showcase a number right now, call in. It's like the old school call in, and I will answer you right now. These are not planned. I don't like planning anything. That's why I like live streaming, because it's just more natural and authentic. And I believe that we're all learning from each other, right? Because your question is most likely 1,000 other people's questions. And it makes you feel that you're not so alone in the world, right? Beyond being just isolated, staying behind the computer all day long, when you now see other people's questions, you hear people chiming in, you know that you're not alone anymore, right? And I don't want anybody to feel alone. It is time. That is why we're talking about stepping out and being more bold. And we're doing that by wearing a scrunchy butt, leggings. Oh my God. No, these are really, really comfortable. Yeah. Sway house, like Sway. Oh, I'm calling into Sway. Oh, Michael's calling in. Oh yeah. You know what? Oh, Michael. Okay. We can't do it right now, but please go to askkimmy.com. Say, hey, I want to call in and ask you a question. And that way you'll be in my community. You'll know when my next show is, and you will be able to, call in and we'll plan something. Okay, that's going to be the best way, because we are running out of time. But I love that all of you want to call in. Okay, so let me just finish up with another bold thing. Actually, I don't know if this is so bold, but just super cute. So I've been getting my makeup done lately, just to come on here, because I truly believe that adds confidence behind the camera, and I'm all about confidence. This is so cool. So I got turned on to this. This is an eyelash fan. Who knew there was a fan front? No, but the funny thing is that I was using my hair dryer to like, you know, cool my lashes out. Ladies, you know, like when you first put the liquid on that, you know, you don't want it to spot all over you. So, you know, in light of just fanning yourself, I was using hair dryer. But this is an actual dryer. And if those of you who are wearing like fake eyelashes, it's meant for this. And you can also, I don't know if you can hear, it's very light and it's cooling. You could dry your nails with it. Like how cool is that? It's very quiet, right? Much better than plugging in my hair dryer and then having my hair get all frizzed out when I was just trying to do my lashes. So I definitely recommend this. It's super cool. All right. So we talked about a lot of bold moves here, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about getting red lipstick. We talked about getting pink lipstick. We talked about getting glitz and glam and red dresses and sparkly dresses and hot pants and all that jazz. But as everything happens, all good things must come to an end. And so I just wanted to have some parting words of wisdom as we part here today. So, you know, we started talking about how we are hiding, how we're hiding in the way that we put ourselves out there, in our mindset, in our clothes, in the way that we even interact with one another. And whether you've been hiding just because of the pandemic, or maybe you've been hiding your entire life because somebody, somewhere, somehow dimmed your light. Somebody dimmed your light. Maybe it was your last relationship. Maybe it was when you were 5 and the messages that you got growing up. But I don't want anyone to have their light dim anymore. That is why I wanted to show you ways where you can step out and finally be seen. But you've got to be comfortable being seen. You've got to be comfortable being seen, because when you have your light being dimmed, you are shutting yourself off from creating opportunity to find love. And that love starts from within. I'm not a woo-woo girl. I might sound like a woo-woo girl, but I just believe in the law of attraction. Is like it's input, output. I'm just more scientific in the way I approach this. What you put out is what you get back, y'all, right? If you're hiding and you're not making eye contact and you're having low body stance and you're not speaking your truth, you are hiding who you are. And how is anyone supposed to find you if you remain invisible? So please, I implore you to step out, be bold, be bold. And you can do that right now by buying any of these products, wearing some of these products, taking a picture, and submitting it to me at kimmyseltzer.com. Or going to my Instagram and slipping in my DMs at Kimmy Seltzer. Or go to askkimmy.com and ask me a question. Maybe that's super scary for you. Like you've never even thought about asking a dating coach or a therapist a question. You're used to just viewing and watching. But what if you actually start taking action? That small action might change the entire course of your life. Okay? All right. Well, with that, oh, Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Yeah, askkimmy.com. Thanks for putting that up there. And with that, join me next week with more Kimmy's Love Hub. And I'll end as I began. Let's sway. Yes, slip in my DMs, everybody, at Kimmy Seltzer. Goodbye, goodbye. Oh, I'm still live. I didn't even know that. I'm packing up here. Oh my gosh, thanks for telling me. I don't know how to get off the live.
Let's sway! Let's sway! Let's sway!
Let's go, let's sway, stay tuned! Woo!